Yes, hello. Thank you. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. Do a quick couple plugs to get all the people in before we start here. But meanwhile, hello, everybody. My name is DoubleDubbel, and this is the world next door. Spoilers: I just beat the first boss. That's what you're seeing on your screen right now.
Talk about a speedrun.
Exactly. If only we could start here. It would shave off like 15 minutes. So yeah, let me put the game back up. Wait out. Get back to the title screen. Just some small things I need to set up here. Give me 1 second. We kind of went off schedule, so I'm doing this a little bit earlier.
Thank you so much for being ready to jump in. This game looks beautiful off the bat.
Yeah, it's got a nice little art style to it. The world next door. So while I do my things, I'll talk a bit about the background of this game. So this is an indie title, a adventure / visual novel-ish game. But one of the most unique things about it is that it uses the you know, the whole match 3 to make things go away puzzle format.
Oh yeah.
You familiar with that concept of a puzzle game? This game uses that as a combat system. And yeah, I'll get into that. So I'm just gonna get the chat on screen here so I can see all you lovely people. And see all that you have to say. If the stream stutters a bit, that's because I'm loading things and my PC is old, so apologies. Well, you know, it's sorted now. I need this over here. Because I also have notes for this.
I'm really excited to see this battle system actually now that you've talked about it. I want to see how the match 3 system works. Do you have to match 3 as quickly as possible because of the speedrun?
More or less, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Cool. Everything looks to be in place. Let me click away a bunch of things on my screen that I don't need at the moment. Cool. Alright, we're good to go, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, so before the run starts, I have to show off the settings here because one of the rules for this leaderboard is that the frame limiter is turned on. The other rule is that you show the version number that you're playing on, which you can see in this screen at the very bottom left. So I'm playing on version 1.2.0, which is the latest one. Right, so I've selected new game. This will delete your save file. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure, and we're ready to start time. It starts when I press yes here. So if tech's ready to get this underway, then we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. See, there's the little loading icon that it has as well. So shoutouts to the only cutscene in the entire game you can skip, the very first one. Now now I've mentioned the match 3 puzzle format as a combat system before, but one of the other main things about the speedrun is dialogue routing. The visual novel part of this game means that there's a bunch of dialogue options that the game will give you with hidden relationship values. So, ooh, hidden dating sim. Anyway, we play as June, who won a lottery to visit an alternative world called Emrys, with these not so human creatures in it. We've got our friend Liza that we've been texting with for about 6 months prior to the events of the game. And I already messed up on the dialogue because I got this optional thing. Good. Good start. Alright, pick the last option, so you just skip it all. Get through the rest of the text. Let's go. So yeah, there's a lottery every one. I forget the time, but it's around 100 years, I think, if I remember correctly. That one person from Everest gets to go to our world, and one person from our world gets to go to Emrys, and you know, June is that lucky person. So we're here, and yeah, Liza's introducing us to a fun thing that we're gonna do. And that's what we're gonna do right now. We also met Rainy along the way. A bit of a shy shut-in. I think some of us might be able to identify with that. I know I have had moments where I identified with that throughout my life. Yeah, so what we're going to is a shrine. Which is a place that humans normally don't get to see. Because it's on Emrys and we normally don't come here. So here we meet Horus. He likes beer and fire. Yeah, we're wise, we say maybe later. So yeah. So then we pick the option B again. So the way the dialogue routing works is, you can see how these text boxes appear one at a time. And yeah, basically we just pick the dialogue option that has the least amount of text boxes. So now we get into the shrine. And we go to the left here. And then we talk to everybody. So yeah, I picked Rainy first because he's like the closest. Then I talk to Horus, and then here to Liza to end me up in the best position to move down into the next room. Because then we get this dialogue here. We have Cerise, the smart bookworm. Yeah, so I can talk about the text mashing now that we have a couple dialogue options where we're just pressing the first option. So the way I go about it, because yeah, there's a small amount of time in between each text box, so you know, you might not want to mash the text like mindlessly, but I basically press the button 3 times to get my 2 button presses in to make the full text appear, and then to click the text box away. So here's the tutorial. This is where the Match 3 puzzle format comes in. So we've got these different colors. We've got Ember runes that throw a fireball, Shock runes that shock the floor, and then Strike runes that do an immediate strike attack. And they're all nicely color-coded. Then we get the Dash ability, which works out of combat as well, so we're just gonna be doing that to get everywhere. And then wrap this all up. Right, get some more dialogue to go through. So there's a thing here. So this whole lottery thing where we get to go to Emrys for a day, we definitely are supposed to leave within that day. So we're going to... but now things go wrong. And we have to make sure we get out of here before our time is up and we can get back to... get back to our world. Right, so now so yeah, you get this giant grid. Yeah. So yeah, there's some RNG going here. That shock rune was unfortunate, didn't hit. So yeah, now we also have these purple runes. These are void runes, and yeah, they send this slow void ball that also slows down and yeah, does damage over time once it hits. Also, you might sometimes see runes glowing. I'll set it up here. You can see the red runes glowing here. That powers up the attack of it. So if you make a match next to a match, then the match next to it, yeah, it lights up, and that means it's more powerful. And that can come in very clutch during getting through these fights. Both just getting through them, but also getting through them quickly. So yeah, so that was the first enemy. Now there's a big old blue here, so that's a nice 64 damage. So there is a purpose to overmatching, like doing more than 3. And yeah, it just amps up the damage that everything does. And that was a considerably fast fight, so that's really good. So yeah, more things do more damage, basically. Alright, so there is going to be a mechanic introduced later on that we don't have access to right now. So this whole battle system is going to get expanded on as well. But for now, it's just match things to do damage. It's going to get more interesting later on.
Well,
Right,
this is
there we
like
go.
an action match 3 game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like an
Right,
action
now we have to come
RPG.
here to find this item, the weird sword. And yeah, while I make my way through the rest of this, I want to give a shout out to the bid war that's going on, the incentive, which is still open, so you can still donate towards it and donate to the charity in the meantime. So you know, twice as good. And to forgive Liza, and you might not know, you probably don't know what that means. So for now, just know that it's that there's a thing that we have the option to forgive Liza for, yes or no. You don't know what it is yet, but I'll talk about it when it becomes relevant. So yeah, host, where are we at? For right
Well,
now?
yeah, currently very far in the lead. We have No sitting at $50, and trailing extremely far behind we have Yes at $5.01. So people who feel strongly about forgiving Liza definitely need to get those donations in before the end of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Need to pick. Okay. So, yeah, we have a problem. The portal's closed. We're stuck. That's not good. If you if you're a fast reader, you may have noticed a mention of June dying. That's actually true, and a human cannot stay Emrys on for more than a couple days, or they will die. That's kind of not what we want. So now we got to figure out what we need to do to get June back home. As you can see, I'm using the dash on the overworld here. So yeah, the temporary solution for now is to just stay at Liza's place. So yeah, that is the end of day 1. So day 2 is gonna see the introduction of another new thing that you get at the start of every day. Is texting people. Goes very fast. And yeah, during the morning routine you have to text 3 people. So we pick the people with the least amount of text. So we text Liza, we text Horace, and we text Cerise. Because Cerise only has 4 text boxes. Or 3 even. That's because Cerise is passed out. She stayed up all night trying to read through books and everything to try and figure out a way to get us back home. Because Cerise is nice like that. Yeah, that's the morning routine done. We're now going into the stuff we need to do for the day. Get some dialogue in there. And yeah, we're not quite done with the character introductions. We're gonna be meeting a couple more of them in just a bit. So yeah, so Liza's gonna go look for Cerise while we look around Archaeo, which is the place that we are around here on Emrys. Now the sequencing to just get through the game is to first talk to Horace here, and have a talk about kung fu movies, and then we meet these two lovely folks. Start off with Lux. And then Vesper. Lux is more or less the gossip queen. The gossip queen that is hated by the main character's best friend. It's a little cliche, but we roll with it. And then you have Vesper, the not so omega smart, but lovable guy. Now, once we've done all the sequencing, Liza texted us that we have that she's found Cerise and that that she has a plan. You can also see Rainy there off to the side. See, the characters are also around, and you can talk and interact with them. There's a lot of like nice, charming game things that we skip in the speedrun. So if you wanna see that for yourself, you can pick this up. It's available on the Switch and on Steam. Yeah, Rainy took Cerise home after she passed out in the library. So Cerise thanks Rainy for that. Now Cerise has a map here, and what this map shows is that the shrines surround a central shrine. And see what we can do there. That's the plan, everyone's coming along. And yeah, that's the objective, get out the tram and head to the next shrine. Right, so way over, I'll throw it over to Sporadic to get us going. To say and read some things.
Sure thing. Well, I just want to remind everybody what we are here doing. We are once again raising money in support of OR, the Organization for Autism Research. OR's mission is to apply research to the challenges of autism. Their programs revolve around funding new research and disseminating evidence-based information in a way that is easily accessible and understandable by everyone. For more information, please visit them at www.researchautism.org. That is the organization your donations are going to today. And when you get those donations in, don't forget about our incentives, including the one that we mentioned earlier for this very game, the Forgive Liza incentive. Let me just refresh that here, and it looks like No is still in the lead. Now, why might we want to forgive Liza, or is that information going to come along later?
Well, what I'll tell you for now is that whether you forgive Liza or not will affect something in the ending. Why is my game frozen? Hello? Video game? Thank you. Alright, well, I can drop it now. That's never happened before. Never had a freeze like that. I'm glad I could just fix it by just pausing and unpausing. Alright, so let's change something in my context here, because video games happened. So yeah, so we now have our friends with us in the in the dungeon that we didn't have before. So if we make a match of 4 or more, which is what I'm gonna set up for, you get this bright white rune, which is called an essence rune. I'm taking a lot of damage. Let me heal. Let me heal again. So yeah, that's what the green runes do. I never explained them, but I did use them a couple times already. They heal you. There, you got this enemy that just runs up to you and wants to bash your face in. I've got 4 essence runes around right now, so I need 5. Cause yeah, that's what you saw me do during the introduction of them. Is you saw me set it up. Alright, so now we get Liza. So the tutorial makes you do it with Horus, but we switched to Liza because Liza is absolutely busted. As you can see right there. 24 health. That's exactly what this does. 3 strike runes does exactly 24 damage, so that's nice. But yeah, Lysa's is, so the problem with Horus's special, as you can call it, is that it misses. It's just a straight fireball that fires at where the enemy is and not where the enemy is going. It's one of those dealios. Now we have another new enemy here that also tries to walk up to you and bash your face in, but additionally they have an ability that causes them to disable one rune on the floor. One rune type. Okay, I have 5 essence runes now, and this is going to be most of what I do in the speedrun to go fast, is to just set up a Lysa special as fast as possible, because it's just by far your best damage output. I'm going to actually take this heal for safety. Yeah, there's these healing wells around that you can take, and they heal you to full, and you can use them once. Right, so lock them in place, because I want to maneuver myself in such a way that they're coming at me from the same side. I don't want to get sandwiched. Meanwhile, I want to try and set up 4 matches to build up essence runes again. Get this powered up heal. Oh, get my heal disabled. Alright, good play, good play. Alright, make an essence rune while I'm at it. Alright. Go to this spot. This is where I'm going to build my essence rune. Because I need to build this specific shape. This, because best you could call this end shape. Also, I cannot walk through enemies, so I have to dash through them if I want to get through. Alright. So the best strategy to take out multiple enemies is to do them one at a time. Reducing the enemy numbers is what usually works best. Okay. Okay. Let me set up a strike rune here, because that'll do 24 damage. Now we need to go to the left. And we picked up the sword in the first dungeon. So in the other dungeons here, we pick up keys to open doors. This is a little detour that we have to make there. Now we get this fight. Dodge that. Get this. Throw that at him. I want to let this guy get somewhat close to me, because I want to focus the guy that actually tries to hit me. Do I have 5 essence runes around. Let's go ahead and set that up. Actually, there's 2 together there. It's better if I build it like this. So yeah, that's just to move around the map quickly. I just realized how low health I am. Yeah, I'm gonna need this. Take him out. Yeah, fireballs are really rough to use. I should be careful. Alright, let's wait for the attack to come out and dodge it. Play a little more defensively. Okay, strike rune can do it, except I don't have 3 blues around. Alright, I think that can do it. Yeah, good. Okay. Luckily there's a healing well here. I'm very much gonna need it. Alright, so here's the first boss that you saw during the intro. Now we're actually gonna fight him during the proper run. So the boss strategy is more or less the same. Is spam 4 matches. Make matches of 4 or higher to spawn essence runes, and use the essence runes to use Lysa's ability. What? Nicely waste the heal there. Alright. So yeah, the shock runes over there. Yeah, they're not gonna do much because they're nowhere near the boss, but I can still use 4 of them to make essence runes. Keep them together here. Okay, set this up. And go. Alright, get out of here. So yeah, the fire here does 3 damage per tick that it does, so that's something to watch out for. Alright, so gonna start placing this again. Alright, so now we get the hands. As you can see, they just ran over me. Yeah, they do 30 damage whenever they touch me, so... gonna circle around. Now, if I do this fight fast enough, I can actually avoid a second hand phase, and I do have another Liza special here. So yeah, I did get... Okay, I did get a second hand phase. So yeah, the boss is not technically around, so I can't use this fireball to throw at him. I need to wait for him to come back. And that's the boss done. So yeah, June is glowing, which... however, it's rather the sword that's glowing. So yeah, a bit of an unfortunate ending position, where I have to walk for a bit. But yeah, take down the boss. And now there's now he's turned into Sparkly. And we gained the Sparkly. So the weird sword was imbued with the shrine's magic. You'll see in just a bit what that actually does. Yeah, that's the end of the second shrine.
We're back to the start of the speedrun.
More or less.
Yeah, this is where we were when we came in, right? You had beaten the first boss, so...
Yeah. So the rest of this is pretty easy. I can just pick the first dialogue option every time, and it is also the fastest. So, little fun fact about this game. This game came out on the same day as Yoshi's Crafted World. Little fun fact for you. And yeah, I picked this game up when it came out, and I first picked it up on the Switch. And, you know, I really liked it, and I was just looking into, like, hey, could this be a fun speedrun? And then I picked up the PC version to be actually fast on. So I actually owned this game twice. So now one of the shrine icons is lit.
Oshanda?
And yeah, eagle-eye viewers may have noticed that it's the same icon as the thing we got for beating the boss. So yeah, that's the plan for now: is to beat the bosses, get the shrine icons, and get the portal lit, and hope it works. Now Lux and Vesper show up. And yeah, they basically figure out that A, we're a human, and B, they want to get in on the action. But remember when I said Lux was the gossip girl that's hated by main character's best friend? So yeah, Liza is not enthused to have Lux on board. However, everyone else manages to convince that it's probably useful to have them on our side because they know we're human anyway. Remember, we're supposed to be home by now, and we're not supposed to be on Emrys still. So that's kind of a bad thing.
Salutar.
Alright, so now we make our way back to the dorm room to end day 2. And head into day 3. Where we're gonna start with texting, and we're gonna text Liza, Rainy, and Vesper on this one. They have the shortest text boxes. So Liza, smash through them, then Rainy. Alright, so now we're starting off day 3. So, Liza is still, kind of mad about, Lux being here. So, she's basically gone away, and, it's up to us to find her to smooth things over.
Salutar.
Alright, bunch of dialogue to go through here. So now we can play the video game again. Alright, so now we go to the market, because that's where Liza is, and funnily enough, how it works out is that for this market, the dialogue with Liza, the middle option is the fast dialogue option. So here's a bit of story that actually gets dropped, is that that Persimmon is missing. And Persimmon is not just any person, it's Liza's girlfriend.
That's hilarious. That's also the name of my cat.
Oh, what, Persimmon?
Yeah, my cat's name is Persimmon.
Ah, nice. So yeah, so now that we've smoothed things over with Liza, we can head on the train and get going. However, in addition to Persimmon, there's also a guy called Paxton, who is also missing. Which is all very mysterious and everything. So we're now... So yeah, all we can do for now is just stick to the original plan. Now Lux and Liza start arguing again, and yeah, the faster dialogue option is to literally tell them both to chill. Now Cerise is here calling out Lux for provoking people until they snap. Then Horace starts being self-important again, Rainy calls him out, so... Interactions is what's happening.
Well, while these interactions are happening, do you think that, how far away would you say we are from that forgiving Liza that happens in this game?
So we're currently in day 3 at the 3rd shrine. It can actually stay open for most of the run. It's pretty late on that the decision is made. But before that, I'll explain here that, yeah, we get to choose our party members now. We get to choose up to 3. But it doesn't matter because we're gonna be using Liza anyway, exclusively. So we just pick the first 3 and we move. The 4th shrine. So this is the hardest part of the game. This is the toughest dungeon there is, dungeon 4. Or yes, this dungeon? No, this is dungeon 3. I'm getting my things mixed up. But yeah, I would say roughly an hour. Once we finish the final dungeon is likely where the cutoff will be.
Ooh, once we finish the final dungeon. You'd say the hour mark of the game, yeah?
Around the hour mark is likely when we'll finish that dungeon. So that's when the cutoff would be roughly. But yeah, I'll come back to it more as we get closer to it, and also when we get to explain what we're forgiving Liza for in the first place.
All right, that means people have about 30 minutes left if they want to get those donations in for that particular incentive. We still have No in the lead at $50, and Yes trailing very far behind at $5.01. So do remember when you're getting your donations in for the Organization for Autism Research to check out our incentives and click on those ones you feel strongly about.
All right, those fights went a little too well. I didn't need Liza for them. Cool. So yeah, so here's a really weird a fight. It's like 2 enemies in a confined space. If I play this properly though, this shouldn't be too bad as long as I can keep this goat-looking guy. Also, something I haven't touched on yet is the enemies in this game who were inhabitants of Embris, but then they got exposed to too much magic and that resulted in bad things. They're called grievances. And that's gonna come up as a plot point later. Alright, so taking him down. Set up this 4 match. Get this Essence Rune going. And have it not work because I forgot to actually set Liza. I forgot the game resets that. Alright, cool. Play the game the normal way. Alright, set up this Shock Rune. Set the Shock Rune here. Activate it. Stun him. Alright, this is a big shock rune. I want you to come over here. Hello? Can I manipulate you to go there? Okay, go, 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 go. Bang. Got him. Now here comes one of the toughest fights in the game. You can see how small the space is here. And yeah, I've got 3 enemies to deal with. Luckily I got a really big fire thing there. But yeah, I'm already down to 91 health. But yeah, that is insanely good that I took down 1 enemy already. This is the fight I was the most likely to die on, and I can very much still die. So let me take my time to heal a little bit. The enemy, if he does attack you, if you time it right, you can dodge it. Okay, so yeah, that's the scary part over. I've just got this enemy, and if I just focus, I can just easily dodge the fireballs it's throwing at me. Like so. So I'm gonna take my time to set up a Liza special here. The 75 should be enough, but you know, it can always be faster. So yeah, beating this fight gives you the shrine key. So unlike the last one, you don't find it. Yeah, you get it by going there. So yeah, I will very much need this healing well. But yeah, that is very solid that I actually did that fight first try. So here we have another fight with 3 enemies, but as you can see, there's a lot more space for me to work with. And a lot of like preset 4+ matches, so also really nice and convenient that I can set up a another Liza assist. Alright, get this SS rune from all the way over here to here. To bang. So I want to kind of so one thing with Liza special that's also important is your movement. You want to keep making matches to obviously keep doing damage and doing the fight. But you lose out on damage if you move too much, because Liza special will target whoever's closest to you. As is the case with every attack. That's something I haven't explained yet, is when you cast an attack, it will target the enemy that's closest to you. Oh, can you come over here? Yes, thank you. And yeah, so yeah, strike runes are the best one to use, because they're just an instant attack that always hits. I don't think I've ever seen it miss. The fireball is, as you can see right there, it's a little iffy, because like I explained with Horus's special, which works the same way. Yeah, it targets where the enemy is instead of where the enemy is going. So if the enemy is moving, it's gonna miss. Now I can fortunately skip that healing well because I have full health already, and we're heading into the boss. Now this boss is a little obnoxious to fight. There's gonna be some gimmicks here that are gonna make it difficult for me to set up Liza. So here it's even more important than usual to get Liza as quickly as possible. Also, don't stand in the fire. That's bad. Okay. And yeah, the boss can also spawn bombs, as you saw, and it overrides the space that is on there, so I can potentially also lose out. Okay. Ow. I can still do things under the damaging areas, though, so there we go. Get a Liza special here. Get this. Now, to get shock runes to hit, the enemy needs to be in the spaces of the shock runes or adjacent to them. Now, this fight's he's getting closer to dying, so you should see the this is the gimmick. He will put these big fire runes, and hey, I'm gonna show you this. That's a massive fire area, but it did next to no damage. Yeah, I can do it here too. So yeah, he's extremely resistant to fire damage. So the fact that he makes a huge fire zone, yeah, doesn't even like help you. And yeah, it overrides any runes that it goes over, including essence runes. But yeah, that was the fight. Still pretty good. Had that big shock rune area. That was really helpful. And yeah, I have to say I'm pretty happy right now. Hardest dungeon in the game went kind of way too smoothly. So now in reference to the altercations from before we went to the shrine, people are basically apologizing. As much as the people apologizing, it being Lux and Horus, very reluctantly, giving the more or less the "I'm never living this down" reaction. Alright, so yeah, Horus basically says what we need to do is take down more bosses. Basically, just keep going. Yeah, now we're talking about the people on Emrys. However, there's a bit of a problem. Lux explains to us that there have been reports of a human on Emrys. So now we got the cops on us.
Ashenda.
Salutar.
Yeah, the solution for now to deal with that is to keep the mask on and have people think that June is natively from Emrys. Now, for some strange reason, you can actually go to sleep here, rather than having to walk all the way back to the dorm. It's, you know, it's a nice time save, but yeah. Alright, so for this one, the fastest texts are the first 3 people, so I can just spam, because the people you've texted go away. It's just Horus, Liza, Horus, and Cerise. Now, luckily, day 4 has very little pre-shrine stuff. It's just a bit of dialogue, where people talk about how to prevent the cops from finding out June is human and arresting her. While we try to figure out, yeah, how to get June home, still. So yeah, that was it. That was the dialogue, and now we're going to the shrine. Nice, short and sweet. Now, how does chat feel about pineapple on pizza?
I remember you asked me this before. Is this a pivotal part of the game? How you feel about pineapple on pizza?
Not pivotal, but yeah, they bothered to put in a dialogue option for your opinion on pineapple on pizza. If that doesn't make you want to play this game, I don't know what will. That's the real reason to pick this up.
I'm really impressed by the fact that somebody has a pineapple on pizza emote. Like, that's wow.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's great. Not even pieces. It's just just one giant pineapple.
That's the proper way to eat it. Come on. Is it Twitch Global emote?
Oh, it's a Twitch Global. See, that's how prevalent pineapple on pizza is. So same deal as before here with picking people. We're just gonna be using Liza. Yeah, we're just gonna be using Liza. So pick the first 4 people and then confirm. And this time, I'm not gonna forget to set Liza immediately. But yeah, the reason it resets, that's the messages, is because you get a new formation. So you can pick multiple party members and you get different formations for them.
Kiwi on pizza?
So yeah. Right, let me figure this fight out. So Sporadic, how do you feel about cheating?
I mean, if it makes us go fast, gotta go
Okay,
fast.
how do you feel about the enemy cheating?
I mean, that's kind of rude, you know?
Yeah, so that's the gimmick with this enemy. They can cast runes like you can. Although their attacks are less powerful than you, so it's not like they'll destroy your face. But the cheating part comes in the fact that they can activate runes when there's 2 of them.
Oh, yeah, I noticed the enemies just activating them.
Yeah, see, like they're healing there using two heal runes. So one of the things you can do to try and avoid it is to keep runes 2 apart with 1 space in between. So they can't use it, and you only have to do 1 move to match them. Oh, really? 2 health. Okay, let me... Yeah, I'll do this. Okay, come to me, and then bang. But yeah. Oh yeah, what I wanted to say about the pineapple on pizza is that unfortunately for the enthusiasts of pineapple on pizza, that saying choosing the dialogue option where June doesn't like it is is the fastest, so that's what we pick. So I want to focus this enemy because they can heal by using these runes. Also, yeah, if it is timed out properly, then yeah, you can both use the same set and both get the effect from it. Okay, how many essence runes do I have around? Let me check. Just 3. Alright, so I need to set some up. 93 health. Nice, that spawned in the exact position I wanted. That was already information. So the essence runes will spawn on a random spot that is among the ones that you cast on. So yeah, with 74 health, I am definitely healing up. Well, yeah, luckily this shrine is not nearly as rough as the shrine from before. This is probably the... Ow. This is probably the hardest fight in this shrine, because solely because there's 3 enemies. And yeah, getting shocked is the worst, because you're just a literal sitting duck. Cause yeah, that's the same effects on you as well. So if you get hit by the ghost enemy casting a shock rune, then you also get frozen in place. Alright, 29 health, I'm still doing good. I can get a big heal here. There we go. And then this one to top my health off. Okay, I should have enough essence runes now to make the formation. Although I'm not seeing that many. I guess I haven't really been making them. With having this enemy, rune-stealing enemy around. Yeah, the problem is when you try to set up 4 matches, that enemy can come in and just steal them. As it does. But hey, I can get this going now. Oh, that didn't place that apparently. Alright, nice. They're close together, so I can hit them both. Okay, and then go over here, take that out. Use the powered up runes as well whenever I can, and there we go, that's that fight done. 106, I'll take this. If only for marathon safety. Alright, here's just a big loop. Alright, that missed, but that's fine, because I just want to set up essence runes. Yeah, hit me, that's fine, I'll just heal it off. Just walk it off in the morning. Okay. Oh, actually, want to do this first. Gonna spawn 2 of them. Want to put it here so I can do this. Oh, almost spawn in the right place. Yeah, so yeah, each person's each partner's ability, or most of them Yeah, most of the abilities in this are based on the runes. Like, you can see Lysa's is based on the Void runes, where it has 3 small Void balls that, you know, that stick to an enemy. Can I hit them both? Nice. Okay, that guy's almost down, so just use the Strike rune to take him out. I didn't use the Shock rune in time. Oh well. Fireball misses. Just tank the damage. There should be another healing well somewhere. You can also just spam healing runes for a bit. Yeah, got a couple here. So during the dash, you're actually invincible. I can dash into the fireballs it throws at me and not take damage, like so. Either they'll explode on me while I have invincibility frames, or I'll just dodge past them. Okay, so... Ooh, will 4 strike runes be enough? I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah, no, it was 32. It's 8 damage per... But there we go, the fireball hit. Do I need to... Yeah, I do need to go down. So this fight's gonna be a little rough, because I'm fairly decent on health. So there's the enemy down there that's... Yeah, very stuck. So they ain't moving. Get this heal, pick up this heal along the way. Yeah. There we go, dodge in time. Oh. Hang on. There we go. Get that 4 going. Get this 4 going. Should be 4 essence runes. So yeah, the only place where I can make the formation that I'm using is over here. So that's where I'm gonna be manipulating. Something very fortunate is that yeah, this ghost enemy cannot steal essence runes, which is very nice. Something I'm very thankful for. I need you to target this enemy. I want to deal with this one first. Alright, so the shock runes are going to be useless here. I cannot reach them. So yeah, I'll use them just to get them off the field and spawn different runes that I can use. Okay, good. I need to go to the left here. Go to the left first. Pick up the key. And yeah, the game does not tell you what the shrines are called. The only way you can find out is by going into your items menu and looking at the key. Looking at the key. The key will have in the item menu, the key will have the shrine name on it. Except for the first shrine we went to on day 1 where we got stuck and got trapped on Emrys in the first place. Yeah, that shrine you never get a key for, so you actually never know what it's called. But yeah,
Alright, I have a question. Are we about 10 minutes out from the incentive?
Somewhat, yeah. This is the second to last dungeon. So yeah, to give you an update on the incentive, spoilers. We're gonna be that shrine that we got into at the start of the game and had to escape from and then got trapped here. We're gonna be going back there. And that is the final shrine. And once we complete that, that's when the incentive will be cut off. So, now we've got this boss, which is very annoying to fight. Because, as I mentioned before, when you do an attack, it targets the enemies that's closest to you. Very often, so there's a lot of importance on manipulating things, so this enemy, so that you're targeting the boss, because the minion that is around here, they will be respawned if you take them out. So there's no like take out the minion first to make the fight easier, because they'll just resummon them. But this has been going alright. I've been targeting the main one. Now, the gimmick with this boss is, yeah, it has this void ball that will slow your movement down and pull you in. If you get caught by it. And then they can also mess with the colors of the runes. They only mess with the color, they don't change which rune it is. And I cannot believe this. I walked away a frame too early and left it on 2 health, which is the damage. 2 is the damage over time that the Liza's balls do over per tick. So I had to do 1 extra attack to actually get the victory. But yeah, as you said before, 10 minutes is a fairly good estimate to when we'll be finishing up the final shrine.
Well, can you give our viewers an idea of why they might want to forgive Liza or not forgive Liza? Because again, not forgiving her is in a healthy lead at $50, but forgiving her is very far behind at $5.01. So why would people be motivated to get those donations in to forgive Liza?
Well, I can get back on that very shortly because we're getting very close to the story revelation in game that explains it. But right now there's more pressing matters at hand. So, so you pick 4 characters and you have 6. So 2 of them stay behind. They're not there when you come back, and you ask them, and you get a text from one of them, in this case Lux, to get away immediately because the cops are on us. They've actually taken Lux and Vesper into custody. Yeah. But yeah, to give a little tease as to forgiving Liza or not, is that remember that it was, you know, keep in mind that it was Liza's idea to go to the shrine in the first place. Hint, hint. So yeah, I talked to 3 people here, and then this dialogue action starts. Yeah, and then we get back. So now that's the interesting dynamic part to the texting, because the 2 people that get arrested, which you don't pick for the last shrine, are they have their phones taken away, which means they have very few text boxes. So I'm gonna pick Lux and Vesper here. And yeah, we're very worried about the we're very worried about Lux and Vesper. But there they are. They're here. They're fine. They escaped. Yeah, if Lux is one of the ones that get arrested, she will mention here that she's studying to become a lawyer because she's super good at arguing. I'm not the one to dispute that. Alright, so we don't know what's happening, but we were told to come to the to the portal, to where the portal is. So yeah, we head from here to the market, and then from the market you can also see some of the other characters around you can interact with. And we move up. Now get ready, because you're about to find out why we're stuck here. So, Cerise has good news and bad news. So the good news is that the plan that we've been trying to do, Cerise can confirm that it's gonna work. When we light up all the symbols, the portal will activate so we can go back home. The problem is that they were kind of very scared of the first shrine and the things that are in there. So the bad news is that they have to hit the first shrine again. Now, here, this is the moment. Liza admits that it's her fault that we're trapped on Emrys. Remember when Liza mentioned that Persimmon and Paxton were missing? They were kidnapped by a bunch of shady people. And the lottery was rigged to force June to win. And they blackmailed Liza into making sure that June would get stuck here. And force us to do the shrine stuff that we've been doing. So now you know the full story. He was forced to do it. Yeah, because they took Persimmon and Paxton, and they wouldn't return until she did what they asked. So now that you know, if you want to forgive Liza for it after all, then now is the time to get your donations in.
Get those donations in. We got 5 minutes to forgive Liza. 5 minutes, $45.
And as I mentioned before, whether you forgive Liza or not will have a change in the ending. And yeah, like the 5 minutes is a good estimate with how smoothly this run has been going. I made a couple mistakes with dialogue options here and there, but the shrines have all been going. Like, I'm still very content with having done the fourth shrine, the third one that I mentioned was the hardest.
Now, which ending do you like, DoubleDubbel?
I prefer forgiving Liza.
Oh,
that's not just saying to get people to push it, but the ending thing that you get for forgiving Liza, I prefer personally.
It's much more interesting to watch. It'd be worth getting some donations in, and do remember every time you're donating, those donations are going to support the Organization for Autism Research. So it goes to a great cause, and it goes towards seeing the runner's choice better ending of this game.
Yeah. So yeah, so we were in the train, and in the train, one of the things that was asked is where Lux and Cerise were, and yeah, they went ahead, is what they said. So that's why they were already there, and we just walked in. Alright, so yeah, you've seen this before. So yeah, we're just gonna going through these rooms again, but with different fight formations. So we have 3 enemies, but it's a big area, so I'm not too worried. There's 2 of these, fireball throwing enemies, but I'll be alright. I'll focus on Mr. Goatman here, who leaves behind a little sticky trail that slows you down if you walk over it. That's how he gets you. Okay, I have a bunch of S's lying around, so let's use them. Now, one thing here is that I didn't set up Liza, but I got the special anyway. The reason the choices get reset in other shrines is because nice double hit on the void, by the way. It does not. The regular void attack does not like travel to enemies. It just targets one and then it goes. Oh yeah, no, that's an optional fight. You don't have to do that. You can come up here and go in here. So because of the dialogue choices I've made, the character you have the highest relationship value with is the one that starts feeling unwell. Because of all the exposure to magic, by going through the shrines here, one of our friends actually starts to turn into a grievance. These enemies that we've been fighting. You know, as if Liza didn't feel guilty enough. And now we get this dude. You may recognize him. He was there as a shadow when we first got here and chased us away. So yeah, little early appearance. So yeah, this is the final boss. So yeah, there's a lot of gimmicks with this fight. Is he yeah, like he jumps around the arena. And whenever he hits you, you take damage over time. On top of that, your dash ability is disabled. Oh, I wanted the heal, game. Thank you. So yeah. So I'm just gonna run around. Luckily, I can still do other things, like activate runes and stuff. Alright, so Liza. Unfortunately, Liza's ability isn't the most effective, since the enemy jumps around a lot, which forces the boss to chase him. Also, yeah, he can jump across an entire row and replace the runes, and that will also override shrines. Also, like the other bosses in the game, they do not get frozen in place by getting hit with shock runes. Yeah, so the best deal here is to not really rely on Liza all that much and rely on being able to hit fire, as well as using strike runes whenever you can. Since they're an instant attack that just kind of hits. Alright, so now he's down to 1 health. Now this is one of the parts of the game that has never really been had never really been well understood. I need a way for him to jump to a specific place. Because yeah, I can't damage him right now. But now he goes there. Now that he's there, I can hit him. I did it too early. So let's just use the firebolt here. And now he dies. Yeah, that was the final. That was the final boss. It's actually not too difficult. If you run around enough, so he's not hitting you all the time, and use healing runes whenever it's convenient, then you'll generally fare pretty well. Unfortunately, Rainy is getting worse, so we definitely gotta go. So it's time. June tries to explain things, but. Yeah, we get cut off. So yeah, the incentive will now be closed.
All right, well, I will do one last refresh here. Or is now the time you need it, or you need it a little later?
Yeah, no, you can announce it now, because I'm mashing through the dialogue that gets to it. Gets to the choice. This dialogue set is where we'll be getting it.
All right, well, it looks like we are not forgiving Liza.
So yeah, this is where Liza is admitting to everyone else what she did.
Kitaru said?
And yeah, everyone has more or less the same reaction that June did. Alright, so we're not quite there yet. I need to. Alright, so I'll have to ask, can you ever forgive me? No.
Salutar.
Brutal.
Alright, well, this is the final scene, so Tech, get ready on time. We're gonna open the portal. It's gonna work. We're gonna leave. And Lux is gonna get everyone together to a selfie. She's gonna count it down, and after she counts down when the screen fades to black, after she counts down the selfie, that's when time will end. Yeah, this has been a very nice run. Also, again, the character that you have the best relationship value with, because of the dialogue choices, yeah, gives you like a little final speech here. And there we go, we're off. We're back home. Yeah, there's some more talking here. Liza doesn't look the happiest because we said no. But yeah, here's ready. 1, 2, 3. And time. So that, ladies and gentle people, what's the world next door? I hope you enjoyed.
GG.
So yeah, I'll do some shoutouts and stuff while we wait for the ending change that I've been hyping up. Developed by Rose City Games. I don't know if I mentioned that. Back on Earth. So fun fact about June. And you can see the mask in the background. You never see June's face in this entire game. You either see her from behind when she's not wearing the mask, and when you see her from the front, she's always wearing the mask. So, yeah, there's gonna be some images flashing by. Now, remember that selfie that she took? Look how Liza looks dejected in the background. That's because you didn't forgive her. If you choose to forgive Liza, then you'll get Liza being happy with everyone else in the selfie. That's what's actually affected by the forgiving choice. So thank you for the donations, for choosing which selfie you get to see at the end. And yeah, here, as promised, you can see Liza hugging her girlfriend Persimmon. And then in the background there was another guy that you haven't really seen all game, so that's Paxton. So, you know, all's well that ends well. Thank you to Fastest First for letting me show this off. And yeah, it's a fun game. It's a nice game. I like it for the uniqueness of the match 3 combat system that it has. And yeah, also now here's everyone is surprised that June is back. So we basically have this sword where we can just travel between our world and Emrys at will, which is a cool ability to have when you have friends on Emrys. Yeah, that's it for me. Keep donating because it's as Sporadic has mentioned multiple times, it's Organization for Autism Research does really good things. There's a Yeruning here. You can see June with the mask again. But yeah, they do really good things. I am diagnosed with autism myself. So it's so I'm glad that I can help out this way. I've done a few events. I've organized a few events myself to also raise money for OAR. So it's always a nice thing to be able to do anything to help out. So yeah, that was the ending. I just see the thing in chat. So hi people that just came in. Sporadic, how about you tell them what they're gonna be seeing next?